turn.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Alright, everybody ready?
Yeah,
In like 2 seconds, it's gonna start. No, it turns red, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Look at you. I know, I usually grab Jay's phone.
I'm not on Facebook. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Denver in the Round. I am Jay, aka Billy the Poet. Fuck you, Facebook. We'll talk about that later. Start the show off. Tyler Wyatt. What did I just say? Did I say
It's Clayton. Clayton Tyler.
your middle name
Clayton
is
Tyler
Tyler.
Wyatt, yeah.
I've been thinking in my head to say that right the whole time. Live broadcast. Clayton Wyatt. Go ahead, brother.
I am running out of words to say, and these thoughts I never will convey. I am running out of songs to sing. There is nothing left for me to dream. When I hurt, come close, lend a ear. When I ache and draw near, lend a hand. I suppose my biggest fear is I'm capable, but you will never hear just what it is that I have to say. Now tell me, why do I feel this way? When I hurt, come close, lend a ear. When I ache and draw near, lend a hand. When I hurt, oh, come close, lend a ear. When I ache, draw near, lend a hand.
So let's get started. Let's go down the line, and before we get started, just introduce yourselves. We'll start doing the first keyboard player ever on Denver in the Round.
Hi, I'm Nancy.
Where are you from, Nancy?
Michigan.
Michigan. All right. Yeah. Where you guys? What's your name and where are you from?
Chase Kinter. I'm from Lamar, Colorado, but I'm ashamed of that, so Colorado Springs.
Clayton Wyatt. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Cool. So, tell us about that song, man. What was that about? Where did it come from? When did you write it? What inspired you?
I suppose just like the feeling of like not being able to write a song again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the last song you write feels like the last song you'll ever write, I suppose. And so I guess like I'm running out of words to say.
Yeah.
Running out of songs to sing. Like then what do I do after that? You know. So.
Yeah. Do you go through phases? Do you feel pretty? Are you a proactive songwriter? I always say, are you an emotional songwriter or a craft songwriter? Do you sit down and write a lot, or are you waiting for the muse?
The muse.
The muse. Yeah.
I'm definitely emotional. I'm definitely too emotional. But no, yeah, it's it has to come. Like it just I don't know. I can't force it. You know, it just never works.
Yeah. And tell us how did it start for you, man? When did you were you a poetry guy first? Did you write stuff first? Did you pick up the guitar first? When did music happen for you?
So I was in middle school, one of those grades.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Middle school sometime, and I saw a kid playing Crazy Train on guitar.
Yeah.
But it was like the really weird version, like in the really difficult version.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know that at the time, but I was like, I want to do that, you know. So I originally just wanted to play electric guitar and not like I never really wanted to play acoustic at all, you know. But that's I wanted to play electric and play lead and stuff like that, and then after a while I switched over to acoustic.
Were you in bands at that point in middle school?
No. No. It was more high school, like early high school. I had one band that I really enjoyed. It was like the first and only real band that I'd been a part of. And like I was definitely the weak link.
Yeah.
I was playing with some pretty stellar guys, and so they really pushed me, and then
But you were at that point. You were just you were doing the electric guitar. You weren't writing or singing.
I was writing at that point. I was still wanting to do electric and stuff like that. Like I still want to do electric, like in a band and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not like lead, but just maybe some lead. But my fingers are a bit stiff. But yeah.
I hate one of my pet peeves. I hate it, and I've said this for years, and friends of mine know this. Is that I hate it when somebody sees you show up with an acoustic guitar and they're like, oh, you play acoustic music. And it's like, well, nobody ever accused Johnny Cash of playing acoustic music.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is. Well, cool, man. So that's when it started. That's the craft. Where your family? Does your family play music? How did you find it? You went out and bought a guitar. You asked your mom for a guitar, or like anybody else in the family, or do they think you're crazy because this is what you're doing?
In between.
Yeah.
They don't do it, but I don't think they think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
So when did you start actually writing the songs and being the dude with the guitar with the songs, and then when did it go from that to pursuing it? Because I know you play. We were talking about it earlier. I see you play out a lot in different settings and what have you. So when did it go from that electric guitar to, okay, now I'm gonna focus on this?
Yeah, so I got an acoustic guitar for Christmas. After I borrowed a few guitars up until that point, and they
was that like borrowed, like stole?
That was borrowed like
I borrowed that car off.
Yeah. I stole it with the intentions of giving it back.
Yeah, right.
No, my friends had a bunch of guitars and lent me one for a bit, and then I gave it back after I got you know, my parents got me this black Ibanez with the cream
Yeah.
outline. And I
Yeah.
had the cutaway and everything, and but that's kind of when I switched over to acoustic because I just said I wanted a guitar. I didn't like specify which guitar, so they got me an acoustic. I was like, okay, cool, so I'll just do acoustic now.
Yeah.
And
And
started
that's when the songs started coming more, or
more or less, yeah.
do
So
you do covers ever? Do you?
sometimes, yeah, I have a couple covers I like to do. I like to do. My favorite person to cover I'll never do it justice, but City and Color. I like
Yeah.
to do a lot of covers of him, and
Yeah.
I'd like to do some covers that he covers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he does this one song by Alicia Keys, Unthinkable, that I like to do a lot,
Yeah.
and Neil Young and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
so
But it's more the songwriting thing for you, definitely.
yeah, that's definitely more what I want to do, and I mean covers are kind of to get people's attention, you know.
Yeah, without
And
doubt.
so.
Well, and they're fun too. I mean, I've
Yeah.
been in bands where I've worked with other musicians where they're like, I'm not going to play a cover. I play original music, and I'm like, well, why did you ever pick up the fucking guitar in the first place? Like,
Yeah,
isn't it
yeah.
because you were inspired by somebody? Don't you want to
Yeah.
be part of
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
that history, that lineage, that
Yeah.
sort of thing? You know. But you have to. It's I agree. I mean, I like to have fun with it. I do a Rihanna. I do a Rihanna cover.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you gotta have fun with it. But then I
Yeah,
do
no,
Tom
definitely.
Waits, which is probably more what people expect from me sometimes. I think. Cool, man. Well, what do you have going on right now, man? Any gigs coming up you wanna tell us about?
I got a couple. Well, do I have a couple? I have one in the Springs that's, just like a cool little coffee shop that I like to go to. But
What's the name of that?
it's the Wild Goose Meeting House.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on April 21st. But on March 23rd, sorry, I have Moxie Theater up in Greeley,
Okay.
and then on April 7th I'm playing at the Marquee, for in support of Innerspace.
Okay.
It's an old friend of mine's band, and they're like.
I feel
I'm
like
a
I've heard of
fan.
them.
Yeah,
It
really
sounds
good.
It's like
familiar.
it's like
Really
I don't know if I'm butchering the genre, but like post hardcore without the screaming.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so
Very
it's
cool.
they're very good. I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel like I'm less of a friend and more of a fan.
Yeah.
Of the music.
Yeah,
so
yeah, without
they're
a
really
doubt.
good, really really good.
Are
so.
you just DIYing it right now? Are you just making phone calls, trying to
Yeah,
get
more or
gigs,
less.
and
Yeah.
just doing it? Just,
That was actually a goal of mine, just to play these other venues, like proper venues, and I mean I love playing coffee shops, but I mean like I love playing venues. So,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
kind of more like, I think we're like me and my friend Chase here like have some pretty similar goals, but like one of them was for, we haven't gotten it yet, but sometime this year we want to play Bluebird
nice,
Theater,
nice,
in
nice.
support of I wouldn't even dare trying to headline that place, but yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the Marquee
You get
was
there,
on
man.
the. I hope that'd be cool. But Marquee was on the list, and then the Black Sheep, which is both run
Cool.
by Soda Jerk Presents.
Yeah.
So those I think were the two main ones that I really wanted to do this year. And
How long have you been doing How long have you been kind of pursuing it or trying to?
oh man,
What,
I don't know,
you know.
a year,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
a year or so.
Yeah. And were you just writing up until then, and then said, "I need to play out more"?
Yeah, well, I was playing out a bunch, but I was only doing like open mics and stuff like that. And I was
Yeah.
happy for a bit, just like
Yeah.
practicing, getting my stage presence and stuff like that. And I have the worst stage presence ever. But I was just so awkward, Like I'll admit it, like I'm very awkward, but
yeah.
um,
Yeah. I don't think so,
just-
man. I think acknowledging it is that's all part of the game. That's part of what makes you better. It's awkward when somebody is awkward and they don't think they're awkward.
they don't think they're awkward. Yeah, I suppose.
Like,
Right?
that's really awkward.
Like
know?
that's
But when somebody's like,
cringe
"Yeah, I
levels,
feel
yeah.
uncomfortable right now, but I'm gonna get up here and fucking expose my soul to you guys."
Sure.
At least it's like, it feels like a genuine like awkwardness than you're trying to
Yeah.
pretend to be something
I'm
you're
like-
not. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing about stage presence is not pretending necessarily to be somebody you're not.
Like I mean, it's a show, but like I just want to play a few songs,
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
Like I'm terrible at conversation. I'm terrible at conversation with like a lot of people. You know? Like I could talk one-on-one, but like just.
Right. So you were psyched when I was like, "Do you want to start the night?"
Oh, so happy.
Yeah. Cool. Good to know I picked the right person.
Yeah.
So what's this next song about, man? What's the next one you're gonna play for us about? You.
Me.
Yeah.
All right. So okay.
Play us
And,
another one. Yeah. Play us another one, and then we'll move on down the line
I'll
here.
probably do a quieter one. Well, I'll do a
Alright.
quieter one.
All right.
This is. This is a song called "Foreign Love," or the doo-doo song.
Do song.
The doo-doo song.
Okay.
There's some doo-doos in there.
This is my
Is it?
favorite.
Oh,
that he's
okay,
written.
okay.
This is such a good song.
He likes this one.
You said foreign, like of
Foreign
somebody
love.
from someplace else.
Yes.
Not like foreign love,
Yeah.
like a swingers thing.
No, not
Oh,
like that. No.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I don't even know why or how I got the title,
I like it.
but it's like, there's like a line in the song that's sometimes it's better to be treated like a foreigner, just because like people get used to you and you just become normal. And
Yeah.
and I lived in Ireland for 3 years, sorry, and it was like, it was awesome. You know,
Yeah.
like you're new to people, and sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, but like generally for me it's been a pretty good thing just to be like somewhere new and to be, I don't know, like not to be just like just an everyday face,
I'm from the East Coast. My dad asked me why I like Colorado so much, and I say because people out here actually act like the way you raised me, like with manners. We're like on the East Coast, everybody's known each other for so long, you're just kind of like, everybody's got history, like, oh, that fucking guy.
Sure,
And out here everybody is just meeting each other, so they're all putting their best foot forward and being like, nice to meet you, and being like, actually having manners, and trying to get to know people. But
definitely.
cool. Foreign love, man. Let's hear it.
Foreign love, the doo-doo song.
For the Doo-Doo song.
Thinking back to the last time I felt like the first person somebody wanted to talk to, and oh my love, it feels so long ago, so long ago, so long and farewell. Thinking back to the last time I felt like I truly belong to a person, and all my love feels so long ago, so long ago, so long and farewell. A wise man once whispered in my ear, better to be treated like a foreigner. And oh my love, how true that was. True that was. True love. Just goes to show you that a moment is over way too soon and never comes back. And oh my love, you feel so long ago, so long ago, so long and farewell.
Where do we find you online, man?
Um,
Are you out there anywhere? Do you have a webpage? Is it on
Yes.
Facebook or?
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. / Clayton Wyatt Music. All lowercase, all together.
Nice.
Same thing on Instagram, Clayton Wyatt Music. Same thing on SoundCloud. I just put up a new cover of the song, Jeff Magnum cover. I Love How You Love Me. / one of my songs. I put the chorus in there.
Cool.
I don't know if that's a
That's
bad
very
thing
nice.
to do or not. I don't know.
Oh.
But
You know
Yeah.
the song. You know where the song "Wagon Wheel" came from?
Old
I
Chrome
do
Medicine
not
Show.
know where it came from.
So it's actually the base of a lot of people attribute the term rock and roll to it, and it's an old traditional song. But it was first recorded. The chorus of it was recorded by Bob Dylan on the B-side to "Knocking on Heaven's Door" off of the Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid soundtrack. And then the guys from Old Crow Medicine Show, the lead guy, I don't know his name, he got a hold of it and kind of finished the song, this old traditional tune, and then Dylan took that, and then so in history, in the books or whatever, it's attributed to Dylan and the guy from Old Crow Medicine Show, to
Wow.
both of them having written that song.
That was
Wow.
amazing. I had no idea.
So I mean, I think it kind of goes back to that kind of cover thing. I mean, we're all part of that tradition. Nowadays you get sued. Marvin Gaye's family, they sue everybody. I don't know if you see any of that stuff, but they've sued a lot of people. And it's like, there's only so many chords and so many notes. It's about putting your spin
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah,
what are
sure.
you gonna do?
Yeah.
But hey, man, thanks for coming out. Thanks
for
for
having me.
playing, and everybody go and check him out online, and go check him out at. Tell us again the dates.
Moxie Theater in Greeley
Yeah.
on the 23rd of this month,
Okay.
and then April 7th at the Marquee.
Cool. So make sure to go and check out Clayton Wyatt. Let's go on down to Chase. Let's just move down the line. So I met both of these guys a couple months ago, maybe at a open mic night at Goosetown Tavern, and I thought you both were great. You both blew me away. And I definitely wanted to have you guys on here and doing this. So I appreciate
John.
you
Yeah.
both coming up
Thanks for having
and
us.
doing this.
Pleasure to be here.
So Chase, you're from Lamar, but we don't like to talk about that.
No.
No. How did it start for you, man? When did you start writing songs?
Started writing songs probably about, I don't know, 11 or 12, 13, somewhere around in there.
Yeah, really.
They all
With guitars?
sucked.
With a guitar?
Yeah.
Did you have really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I've always written songs. I was never a good singer
Yeah.
until maybe about a year ago or so. I started really working on my voice, but yeah, I've always written songs and always had the passion for writing, and I used to write a lot of poetry in school and stuff, and I just kind of put that into music.
I'm assuming that young, you do have a family. Maybe it's in your family? No.
My mom picked up a guitar and a banjo and like a dulcimer, but she never stuck with it. She just learned a few chords, and she's a knitter. She likes to knit, so she
Nice.
didn't stick with the guitar for very long.
So where did you get your first guitar from? I mean, at 11 years old, start writing. Were you just like, I want one that young? You were just.
I started playing guitar at 9. I got one for Christmas.
Really?
An electric guitar. I wanted to be Angus Young.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
I got this black and white Stratocaster, and I was like, I want an SG. Like,
Yeah.
I was supposed to have an SG, but I was so stoked, and had this little songbook, and my dad's like, if you really want to play, then learn what's in this book, and it was like,
Yeah,
D.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
did it, and I was like, hey, I went through the book, and I don't know what else to do. So,
Yeah.
I just kind of took off, and I couldn't just play guitar and not sing, so I was always, my dad used to, he told me one time, he's like, it sounds like a cat's getting its tail stepped on. He's like, please, like, keep the singing down.
Your dad's nicer than mine. My dad was a lot meaner to me about my
Really?
voice.
Oh, jeez.
If he's listening out there somewhere. But hey, will you play us a song?
Yeah, sure.
So what's this one gonna be about?
What's it about?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
Where'd it come from?
This is a fun song that I wrote just because Nathaniel Rateliff. I'm wearing his hoodie right now. Very proud of
Yeah,
this hoodie.
Nathaniel Rateliff. Shout out to
Yeah,
Nathaniel
definitely.
Rateliff, Denver. Wes Watkins, if you're watching.
Yes, yeah, he's the man.
I think did he play?
He was there that night.
Did you guys see me play that night? Were you there when I played? I think he played.
Yeah, he played a song
Did he
with
come
you.
up and get up and play a song?
Yep, he definitely
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Nathaniel Rateliff and those guys are all around Denver, and they're really. I'll say this about a lot of those guys: is you do see them around Denver, not like some bands that are from Denver that went and blew up nationally, and they're really not. So this song is inspired by him, or by
I
them,
guess,
or
yeah.
something?
It's just like the style of the music is it's more fun and upbeat. And I don't know. A lot of people that hear me play live really like this song. It's the first track on my album that just came out yesterday. So
What's the name of the album?
it's called Holler, and I'll play that song next.
All right,
This
cool.
one's called Sugar Love. It's the first one. So. I've been wandering around this world, never met somebody quite like you, girl. You've got an interesting, delicate soul. Nobody told you so. I don't know if you know, but I'm coming round again to take you home. Nobody gets hurt if they don't play the game. No one goes crazy if we all stay sane. So state the obvious and avoid the pain. Isn't that all part of the plan? Scooch over closer, baby, cozy up with me. I'll tell you story after boring story, but I better make it quick, cause I just might lose you. Lose you. Cause all of my plans, me taking you into my hands. So won't you wiggle this and dance with me, or with me? with me, oh with me, oh with me, my sugar love, my sugar love, sugar. So put it in and then take it out. Once you're doing it, then wiggle all about. You know this dance 'cause it's been done before. So won't you shake it, get out on the floor and be my sugar love, sugar. Be my sugar, 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 sugar love, sugar, 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 sugar love, sugar, 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 sugar love.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, everybody out there, just a quick reminder, just want to tell you all to please share this video. I always say you might not be interested in it, but you might have a cousin, a kid, a brother, somebody who's a songwriter that this might that might be interested in this. It only takes a second, so please share. If you are watching live right now and hanging out with us, feel free to send in questions. We are monitoring that, and if you have any questions, we will try to answer them the best we can, unless it's James Meriday, because I know what stupid fucking question you're gonna ask. But so yeah, man, that was a fun song. That was really fun. I like that. Where did you start? And you know, Clayton was talking about coffee shops. Did you start in the? Did you do the coffee shop thing?
Yeah, I just played a coffee shop last night.
Really?
Yeah, he's playing there in April. Wild Goose Meeting House. It's one of my favorite coffee shops to play. But yeah, we met at one local place in the Springs called Jives, and they host an open mic on Wednesdays in Old Colorado City, and that's where I met Clayton, and that's where everything started for me. It was just a super simple open mic, and just very laid back atmosphere, and so very non-judgmental. So I felt like I could just start there. You know?
Yeah,
So,
without a doubt, without a doubt. Well, you sound great, man. I mean,
Oh,
you
thanks.
sound really good. So if you started at 11 years old, any idea how many songs you got? How many songs have you written?
Oh geez, dude, I don't have one from behind like the date of this time last year.
Oh, really?
I've never kept. No, you would not
Really?
want to hear those songs.
That's
You
crazy.
actually probably would. It'd be very entertaining.
Yeah,
It sucks.
So we can laugh at you.
So
Yeah,
do you
they could
think,
laugh at me.
you were talking about working on your vocal, did you add a certain, I asked craft or emotional, are you a craft guy? No. So you write from emotion, but you just feel like you've gotten better, or do you feel like you've worked to get better, or?
Oh yeah, no, I've never had a vocal lesson in my life. Like I just worked on it. And
I mean, besides the vocals, just the
Mm.
songwriting, just
Oh, yeah.
in the song, because you said you don't play any songs before last year.
No,
I'm wondering, like, what has happened in this last year?
I broke up with the girl.
There you
That's
go.
like that triggered everything.
Yeah.
Like she's a good person, and like I hope she doesn't like kill me for saying this, but like she kind of withheld a lot of musical creativity from me. Like
Sure.
she didn't really push me to play, or she actually held me back from playing. Like she didn't like it.
Yeah, that's
She
terrible.
wanted the attention on her, and
Yeah.
so I felt a huge weight off my shoulders, and I felt like I could be more myself. And I was like, you know what? I'm young now. I'm single. I need to
Yeah.
pursue this music.
Yeah,
And
without a doubt.
so within a week of breaking up with her, I was at the open mic and I was
Yeah.
playing my music out for people. So.
It's amazing how that happens, you know.
Yeah.
It's, you could be in a, I'm lucky. I'm in a great relationship with my girlfriend. Really supports what I do, and
For sure.
like I said, when you guys got here, she allows strangers into the house every other week.
Yeah, she's got to be all right.
And we should one of the What's up? Oh, she's giving me this. But everybody, we should one time do like a spin around so people can actually realize how tiny the space is that we are in trying to do this. So it's not like she can go in the other room and really get away from it. But yeah, it's a huge difference when you don't feel like you're supported in that kind of creative endeavor. It can be stifling. I had an ex-girlfriend that used to want me to write. I write, besides music, I write other things. I have screenplays and novels and blah blah blah. I had an ex-girlfriend who would say, "I want you to write. I want you to write. I want you to write." And then I'd be writing. You know, it would be at night, and I'd be writing, and she'd come in and go,
Yeah.
and like stand in the doorway, and I'm like, "Well, I'm writing. I'm working
Yeah.
right now." You know, and she's like, "When are we gonna hang out?"
Yeah.
It's like, well, we are hanging out, but I just, you know, like I can't. It's not like when it comes, it comes. I mean, I
Right.
can't really
Can't
control
put it on hold. Yeah.
You know, I think two months ago or so, 3 months ago, like in like a week's or two time, I wrote like 110 pages of a screenplay, like in these like 20, 30 page blocks, and it's like, you know, my girlfriend would come home and I'd be like, let me read you, you know, it's like exciting, you know.
Yeah.
And we actually got together a couple weeks ago with a friend of ours, Sam Raines, who was on the last show, and me, Christiana, my girlfriend, and Sam sat around and all took different roles and like read this script that I wrote.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's fun to have
Super
somebody
cool.
who likes what you're doing. Do your parents play music, man?
No.
Your family? Do they think
Nobody.
you're crazy?
No. They.
Do you guys have day jobs?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I work for my father. I do granite.
Nice.
Granite and marble walls and stuff like that.
Nice.
So.
What about you, Clayton?
A web content manager. Almost
Do
a
you
web,
work from
almost a
home?
web
Is
designer.
that like a work from home kind of job?
Yeah, sort of.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
good.
It's all.
I see the
It's
same
all
thing.
in the.
How are
it's
you
all
not an
in-
alcoholic? Everybody I know works from home. Every person I've ever met who works from home
It's
is
all
an
about.
alcoholic.
It's all about touring someday. you
Yeah,
know? It's all
yeah.
about touring soon, but it's
Yeah.
being able to work on the road.
Nancy, what do you do? I know. What are you, a publisher, editor?
Yeah, I edit science books.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the other keyboard.
Yeah. So if you're watching, don't forget to share, send in your questions if you have questions about science. Nancy writes science, publishes,
Edits them, don't write them.
Yeah.
Don't
Edits.
write them, no.
So she can answer any science questions you might have. I'm trying to think. I'm very tired and I drink too much, so I don't have any. I'm trying to think of a science question fast, but it's not coming. But if I think of one, I'm coming to you,
We
Nancy.
know who
for
to
it.
ask.
Yeah.
What are the damages of alcohol in the body?
Yeah, right. I already know that from rehab.
Yeah.
I learned that in rehab, man. I could tell you those things. That's
yeah.
why I try to do coffee shops, but I don't really translate well,
Mm.
because I usually just end up offending people or pissing people off, or people aren't there to listen to, they don't want my show, you know.
That's tough, is finding a place that likes your music. Because I've played places and nobody cares at all.
Yeah.
Just then you play somewhere else the next week and they love you. You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
well, what happened?
Yeah, right. Different places, it's
Different people.
they have so different energy. I mean, I played the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, and I mean that's an institution when it comes to songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
And you call up. Speaking of my wonderful girlfriend, we were in Nashville, and you have to call up. We called up. I think it was like 90 times. In the morning to try and get through to be able to go in and play that night for like the songwriters night or whatever. And she comes. I called like 60 times or something, and she had called whatever. She came running in the hotel room and she's like, "Did you already do it? I'm like, "No, I can't get through." And she's like, "I have them. I have it." And we went down, and then you wait in another line for like an hour to get in there, and then they pack it with the people who are there to see you. And everybody plays one song, and you get up there, and it's like silent, and like I was playing the song that I was sound checking before, where I talk about punching somebody, and they go down like a hooker, and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna take their shit, and every punchline in that song, I mean, people are laughing, like they're listening. Whereas
Oh, dude.
I played that song in a bar where nobody
Yeah.
You know, they could care less. Or they're not really paying attention, but they think it's funny. They don't know why. They're just laughing and having a good time. So
Right.
it's always
is
nice.
awesome.
It's
Those are
always
the
nice to
best.
have people that that listen. But I you know, sometimes it's nice to have people not listening too. I think because there's a freedom in that. Do you guys ever? Are you ever? I don't think with the piano you probably don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you ever busk anybody? You ever go out on the street and put the hat down and
Not
Done it
here.
once.
huh? Did it once?
I did it once.
Yeah. Have you ever done it?
I just not here. Yeah, in Ireland when I lived there.
Yeah.
Almost
But,
a hula hoop.
So, you've done it.
That's awesome. That's so
I
cool.
can't hula hoop. I mean, you know, I wish I was
Yeah,
better. But
drum and hula hoop and that.
yeah.
Nice.
But it's fun sometimes to have people not listening too. There's a freedom to that of like, well, screw it. I'll just
Do my own thing.
do whatever. I'm playing
Yeah.
for my, you know,
For
it's kind of
myself.
like we're talking about about this show, whether everybody's watching or not. I do it because it's fun for me and I have a good
Right.
time, and
Right.
you know I always try to remember that when I'm tired and cranky and I don't want to get up and play and I don't want to get my gear together for a gig and it's like, wait, I'm pissed off because I'm gonna go hang out at a bar and play music for people and have a fun night, you know.
Mhm.
So it's a pleasure. So will you play us? Well, let's. What do you have going on right now? Any shows? I know you just released the album.
Yep.
Where can they get that? Are you in iTunes, Spotify, blah 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 blah, all the
Yes,
different
sir.
things?
Yep.
And what do they just look up your name, Chase Kinter?
Hey, got it. Yeah, Chase Kinter. The album's titled Holler with an ER at the end, not AR. Some people are getting that mixed up, but it's ER, Holler.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all those things. And
And
then
on-
in
and
like a
online?
week, I'll have, what's that?
Online, Facebook, under just do you have a
Oh yeah,
Or
like
web
Facebook
page,
page is
anything
just
of
Chase
that?
Kinter, Instagram Chase Kinter Music.
cool. And then
yeah.
what else? What's going on? What else is coming up for you? You're just about to say. I
Unfortunately,
interrupted.
right now I only have one gig booked at Third Space in Colorado Springs. It's a coffee shop on April 7th. I'm gonna miss his marquee show. Bums me out, but gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I've got going on right now, and then just the album release is pretty massive for me. Very excited.
Did you do a party? Did you do a record release party?
Yeah, yesterday I celebrated, it came out yesterday, so I celebrated at Wild Goose Meeting House with a little gig, and that was really cool. Yeah, I need to tell you that I recorded it here in Denver with Grayson Elkins. He works at Herman's Hideaway, and he owns his own company called Priory Sound Singular, and he has a website. I have a very raw sound, and I'm very excited with how he captured that raw sound in the album.
Yeah.
It's just me and my acoustic guitar. It was a live shot. It was awesome. I'm
Yeah.
very excited about it.
No click track.
No, it's just.
I'm doing scratch right now, and I'm doing to a click track, and that's. You know, that's an
It's
interesting
frustrating.
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I've done
because
that.
songs breathe. You know, like I play these songs, but it's funny though, because I've been playing to a click track, and then like today I had band rehearsal, and now I'm getting frustrated because the songs are kind of grooving, not so. But now I've been practicing them, like
Right.
you know.
But you don't feel it that way.
But you don't feel it.
Yeah.
But you don't feel it. But you know, it's just the scratch tracks, and you build from there. So what's
Sure.
this? So this next one is the title song.
Yeah, this is the title track. I don't know what number it is. It's somewhere in the middle.
And where
For
did
some
it?
reason.
Where did this come from?
Oh jeez, I think it's just like being swallowed up by reality and just like trying to figure things out. And just one of the lines in the songs is, "I'm drowning and you're not jumping in." Like nobody's. Not that I don't have anybody there to help me. Like it's over dramatized, like every song is. But it's like, you know, I'm sucking at a lot of things, and I feel like I have nobody to help me out here. I'm drowning and you're not jumping in. So this is called Holler.
Cool. Let's hear it, man.
That's not it.
Okay, try again.
Are you feeling sore from the walk over to my door? A shameful deed was in store. Are your hands feeling numb as they blacken in the fog? Feeling frostbite taking its toll. Are your eardrums ringing from the voice that you heard calling? Screaming out your name. 'Cause I'm drowning. Oh, I'm drowning. But you're not jumping in. Oh no. The letters that I sent you, they have all collected dust as they sit upon your shelf with the seal still untouched. You go off into the distance while I holler out your name. You never turned your back over, I never thought to see. Well, I'm here inside this body, but now I'm about to leave. You don't give a damn about the man but you once thought me to be. 'Cause I'm drowning. Oh, I'm drowning. But you're not jumping in. Oh, not jumping in. I'm drowning. Oh, I'm drowning. But you're not jumping in. Oh, no. I'm drowning. Oh, I'm drowning. But you're not jumping in.
Thank you.
That was awesome, man. That was really good. So Chase Kinter.
Yes, sir. That's my
Check
name.
him out online. Check out the album. And yeah, check him out. Before we get to Nancy, I just refreshed our Facebook page, so I see Johnny Childress out there who's watching. Johnny is going to be on in 2 weeks. If you don't know Johnny, Johnny is in the local hip hop group called The Fam with my other homie Trav
Yeah.
Nasty, Travesty, Trav whatever. I mean, he's got a million nicknames. He's a fucking clown. You heard it here first. If you know him, this isn't the first time you've heard it. He's and Lopez, who's another local, newly local. Shit, I can't remember where's Lopez from. Do you remember Texas? Maybe no. Fuck. Sorry, Lopez. But Lopez is here now. I forget where he originally came here from, but he's in town. And 2 weeks from now, we have our first hip hop Denver in the round. So we're really excited about that. That's going to be fun and interesting, and still got to figure out how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it, and it's going to be a good time. So Johnny, good looking out, man. Appreciate you watching. Dayton Stone, you guys know, everybody here knows Dayton Stone. He's saying, hey everyone, what a great lineup, Dayton. When are you gonna come on, man? When are you gonna come on? I'm calling you out, man. I want you here. I want you to come on. John Arkey's gonna be on in a couple weeks, and I think I have an open seat that night, so maybe we can get you on then. Group question from James Meriday. That's the guy I was talking about earlier. That's who I'm always worried to hear from. So his group question is, if you could open up for any artist on tour right now, who would it be? Start with Nancy.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor
All
Swift.
right. Nice. Definitely Nathaniel Rateliff in the Night Sweats.
Okay, we're putting it here. You know what? We can make that happen.
I would love that.
We're putting it out there in the world, man.
Oh,
Nathaniel, if you're watching, Wes, if you're watching, Nathaniel, if you're watching, or Wes, you guys should come on the show as well, and come and play. But let's get Chase to open up for you. And Clayton?
I don't know if I could play like a whole set. I'd probably start bawling. I'd be so excited.
Oh, you could do it. You could do it. You gotta just drink more, man. That's
all it is.
Clayton?
City and Color for sure. City and Color.
And James's other weekly question that he asks every week, and most important, what's the difference between jelly and jam? This is a family show, James. So you can ask that question every week. But as long as I also see Erin Wilson, thanks for watching. Shout out to Erin Wilson, who is my girlfriend's mother. As long as she is watching, I am not going to answer what's the difference between jelly and jam. Ryan Jones is watching. Ryan, where are you, brother, man? Ryan's from here is how I know him, but I believe he is in Virginia right now. Virginia Beach last I saw. So Ryan, I appreciate you watching. Elaine watches every week. Elaine's a good friend of ours, a good friend of the Denver, Fort Collins, Colorado music community and the passers through, and she has been a good friend to a lot of us, and she's saying thanks for introducing me to new artists and their music. So you rule. Well, I don't know if I rule, but I drool, that's for sure. Erin Wilson again, maybe my future mother-in-law, if my girlfriend ever proposes to me. I've been wanting her forever. I got married once before, and I proposed, and I know how that worked out, so I want to try something different this time. So I've been telling her, I've been dropping hints for a while. I've been putting leave my ring size, I leave the books open, so. I'm ready, Erin. I'm ready for your daughter to make me an honest man. Just has to step up. Joe May. I don't know Joe. I don't know. Is he a friend of anybody here? Joe?
Joe May? Hey, yeah. I ride with him. Ride motorcycles with him.
So Joe May is watching. What did the others in the video do? I didn't see them do anything. Follow your heart. Joe, I think you got started with. I think you commented when Clayton was just playing. So hopefully you've been watching and tuning in, and you see we're going down the line. Everybody's got something to say. Oh, science question from James Meriday. Science question. If corn oil is made from corn and olive oil is made from olives, where does baby oil come from? Thanks, James. Thanks for
That's
that
not
one.
science. That's like marketing or something. I don't know.
Well, if we're doing comedy, have you heard about the new Chuck Norris toilet paper? It's rough as nails and doesn't take shit from anyone. And we got a couple more. Let's get to them. We got, how about locally? Chad Hattersback, who was on here last month. Chad from Goodnight Freeman, him and his brother
Hi,
Joe.
Chad.
Nancy's friend, a good friend of ours, a good buddy of ours. He said, how about locally? Do you have any local, same question. I believe he means the same, not the corn oil, baby oil one, but I believe he means the same one as locally. I guess Nathaniel Rateliff kind of is that, but is there anybody local? Do you have any local people who, we were just talking Interspace you're opening up for?
Interspace, yeah.
Check any local people you guys want to give a shout out to, or that you would want to open up for or work with, or anybody? Can you think of
You?
anyone?
I
Oh, that was sweet. That was
Jeez.
sweet. Yeah.
mean, I don't
How long?
think
How
I'm
long
like
have you guys
famous,
known each
but-
other?
1 year. We were just talking about that on the drive up.
We had a Facebook.
Wow.
Facebook.
Friendiversary.
Friendiversary.
Wow,
It's a
that's
very
nice.
sweet moment.
That's nice.
Aw.
I shared the video and everything.
That's nice.
It was a thing.
For
It was
anybody
a thing.
who can't find me on Facebook right now, it's because Facebook is fucking with me because I do not go by my birth name, which I haven't gone by in for many years, and I've been the same name on Facebook. Listen to me, Facebook, for 10 fucking years. I've been the same goddamn name from the moment I opened this account. And I opened this account as a band account when I was in a band. People ask me, where'd Billy the Poet come from? Billy the Poet is a character from a Kurt Vonnegut book. I won't get into that. But it was a name of a band. It was a name of a band I was in many, many years ago when Facebook was first getting started. And people said, you have to have a Facebook page. But they didn't have band pages yet. They didn't have any of that stuff.
So you just created the
so I
account.
just created a regular profile, and it was Billy the Poet. The band broke up. I kept playing under that name. You know, when I play around town, I know we just met, but I play in a full 4-piece rock and roll band March 14th at the Lion's Lair. We're playing, we got a show, and that's the Billy the Poet band. If you see Billy the Poet, it could be me solo, it could be me with a fiddle player and a stand-up bass player, with a mandolin player, with, you know, it could be a bunch of different things, but that's the name I go by. A lot of people think my name is Billy. I answer to Billy. You know, people call me Billy all the time, and we have conversations, and they have no idea that that's not my birth name. So Facebook, fix this fucking thing. Get me back on Facebook because I can't promote properly and can't communicate with my family and my friends. And I can't even get to my Facebook music page, Billy the Poet Music. So, fix this. Ryan Jones, you're still watching, brother. Love you, man. He's out there in Norfolk, Virginia, right near the beach. We were just out there in Virginia Beach not too long ago, man. Next time we're out that way, we're going to have to hit you up. So again, last time, please share this. Please tell your friends. Please write in questions. Now that I'm refreshing, we will keep an eye on them and try to answer them. But let's move down to my friend. For a few years now, I met Nancy at a concert. Well, I don't know what concert, at the Bluebird. And we had you were with a mutual friend of ours hanging out, and we met there. Do you know what concert that was? Any idea?
I liked it. I don't remember the band.
I can't remember what it was. It was like rock and roll. I'm pretty sure it was like rock and roll. Anyway, we met there, and then I feel like shortly after that, like within the next like week or two, we met again at Meadowlark, and we have a lot of friends, Dayton Stone and Chad, and a lot of those guys from the Meadow. Have you guys ever played Meadowlark? No, you got to get to Meadowlark open mic. It's you know, it's hit or miss like every open mic, but when it's good, it's really good. I've
Did
had
they
a
pull
lot.
the name out of the hat, like the random?
No, there's a list. They used to do a bunch of different, they used to have like a lotto kind of thing, and it was a pain in the ass. But now it's just a list. You go in and sign up and get on, and
What day
Let's
is
try
that, do you
that
know?
then.
that's Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same
Yeah.
night as Goose Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
shout out to Chris
Yeah.
from Meadowlark. He's an amazing musician, amazing songwriter, amazing rapper, amazing beatboxer, amazing entertainer. Man, I really, and he's in a local group called Optic Nerd, and they're really good, kind of hip hop pop thing. And he's also in another like vocal arrangement kind of group, where I believe he does the beatbox for. I've seen some videos. But yeah, go check out the Meadowlark, man. Meadowlark is where the Lumineers got discovered. That's what everybody says. If you go there for open mic, somebody will say at some point throughout the night, you know the Lumineers got discovered here? But we ran into each other there, and we became friends and got to know each other, and it's been now a couple years that we've known each other and been good buddies. So I invited her down. She plays music. What do you have to play for us, Nancy?
Happy
you play s-
songs, because I went rock climbing today and I was happy.
Nice.
So I'm going to play happy songs.
Nice. Well, what's this first one going to be about?
I It's just I don't really know. It's about how I play almost 90% of my songs in the same 3 chords.
Nice. 3 chords and the truth.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
So
So, what's the name of it?
Small Town Girl, GURL.
I feel like you just made that up when I asked you. I don't know if it's the way you answered it, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. I feel like you just made. Did you just make up the title
No, I
for this
think
song?
I had like 10 different names for it, so we're gonna go with that.
Okay, I can
Similar
dig
to
that. I do that same thing. Christiana just asked me the other day, or somebody was it Christiana and Alex? They were saying, is this song "The Whiskey Got Warm" or "Whiskey Got Warm"? You know, I go, I don't care about the title. Just listen to the song.
Yeah.
You know?
Alright.
So Small Town Girl, Nancy.
So I've been trying to play a new song, but my heartbeat keeps playing the same one, 'cause I love it. Yeah, the 145, it keeps me alive. I would not describe myself as a simple girl. My little feet have traveled all around the world. I broke my snoot and Snoop Dogg. I even used to have really gross dreadlocks, but Shorty surely loves it when the bass drops. Though I am a small town girl, I do not believe we are living in a lonely world, 'cause I've got friends on every block and they all like to rock.
Hell yeah. So how did it start for you, Nancy? This is one of my joys of this show, is that it's great, both sides of the coin. It's great getting to, we just met once and you guys are coming over, I'm getting to know about you. And then the other side of that coin is getting to find out things about my friends and people I know who play music that we just never sit down and have this kind of conversation. So how did it start for you? When did you start writing songs, and did you start with poetry? Are you a poetry person as well, or?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I think I'm a little more well-versed at poetry than playing piano out. I didn't start playing out until I was in Denver, and actually Joe from Goodnight Freeman is the reason I ever played out. I was always too nervous and classically trained. But I started playing piano when I was 4. I think I wrote my first song when I was in the car for Father's Day.
Nice.
For my dad, and it's like I
Nice.
have it. It's like, it's a special day. I love you, yay! Whatever. And and then eventually I kept playing more. Teen years help,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a great poet. I mean, as well. I don't know why I asked you if you wrote poetry as well. I've seen you get up and perform, like, would you call it slam poetry?
Almost.
Is that kind of thing that people,
Yeah.
but I've seen you get up and do some pretty cool stuff. What, you have the one about, like, what if the president had a vagina?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What's the last line? What's the last line? What's the last line of that one?
Well, it's not relevant anymore, but it's like, I know times are changing. My president's black, but I look forward to one that ain't got a ball sack.
Yeah, that's it.
But that didn't happen.
The president that doesn't
So I
have a
actually
ball
can still
sack.
use that poem if I can think of something to rhyme with Trump.
Yeah,
It works.
right. You could just keep writing it, as a,
Yeah, until there's ever a
until
female
there's a
running
female
the country.
president,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
keep adding parts to it. Does your family? So you started playing piano at 4.
Mhm.
So did you have a piano? I mean, guitars kind of come and go, but you could borrow a guitar.
Yeah. Literally.
Borrow a guitar.
I still remember when
did
I
your
was like
parents have?
4 years old, the piano being brought into our house. My grandpa bought it for us, and my other grandpa had a piano, so they were always around, and I just liked them, so they were always around.
Do they play? They brought it to the house.
My dad plays, and so I started learning. I wanted to play because Dad played, and and then one day I was better than him. So that was, like around middle school, I practiced all the time, and it was my safe space, a place where I could just be,
Yeah. How do you, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know you play a lot of instrumental stuff. Do you write a lot of instrumental songs, or is that more just from your classical training?
There's that, but I actually think most of the music I write is I'm a word-driven, songwriter. I think I come up with the words and then I try and figure it out, and I'll even write a song, D, G, C, the 1, 4, 5, and then be like, Nancy, stop playing in that key, and I'll just change the song to a different key.
Yeah. When did you think that this was something you could do? Well, I guess when you came to Denver, right? Was the
Yeah,
first
when I
time you
left
got in
everything
front
I
of
knew
people?
and I didn't have anything to lose,
Yeah.
I was like, well, I guess I'll play in front of a bunch of people because now it's not everyone that
It's
I know.
scary. It's scary. I commend I say it forever, I commend my ex-girlfriend. If you're watching, Chanel Dawson. She's in Australia somewhere, I believe, last I heard. She's from Australia. And we were together for years. And I give her nothing but respect for probably the 2 years we were together. I can't tell you how many times she would drive us to, because I was always drunk. I should appreciate that as well, Chanel. Thanks. And bailing me out of jail and whatnot. Although she did try to beat me up after that, but that's a different show, different story. Yeah, but anyway, she would drive and we'd go to open mics for years. I'd go to open mics. I would play with friends of mine at their place, go to the open mic. They would get up and play and be like, come on and get up, and I'd leave my guitar in the car on purpose. And I'd be like, oh, I don't have my guitar. And I was petrified, scared. And I probably wrote songs for 6 years before I ever finally got up in front of a crowd, And now it's been, I don't know how long, and now when I'm in front of a crowd, I feel completely comfortable. I don't even think twice about it. I just kind of go up there and do what I do, and fuck them if they don't like it. That's, I guess the point is really to go out there and just do what you do and have a good time with it.
Yeah.
So how do you write, Nancy? So you're writing poetry a lot. You're an emotional writer, or do you sit down? Do you ever go, I need to sit down and write? Do you?
I try to. I've been teaching a lot more lately, so that's been, now I'm thinking about the science of how you create a song, the math behind it. But I think a lot of my music is emotional. There's a few songs. The one that I want to do next is a little bit more, just somebody gave me an idea and I ran with it. But a lot of them is just trying,
I always ask, a question I've been asking lately is, do you all like myself? Do you have that do you have a binder with a million little I have a million beginnings of songs that never got finished and little things. Do you do that? No, you're saying no.
No, I usually write a song. It's rare that a song takes me more than 15 minutes to write.
I hate
that
you.
was-
I liked you all up until 4 seconds ago.
Sorry.
Good thing you're one away from me, or we'd be fucking going down
I think
a
you'd
hooker.
win. I think
You
you'd
think I'd win?
I'm pretty scrawny.
I don't know if I'd win. I'm a kid brother, so I'm not as good as giving a punch as well as I am as taking one. That's the younger brother thing. So tell us about your next song, Nancy. What's that? What are you gonna play for us next year? A little more emotional song.
I moved to Colorado 3 years ago, and I finished a job on Valentine's Day. So the next year, Valentine's Day, I'm like, I love me and I love the mountains, so I'm gonna buy cowgirl boots. And I have a thing about cowgirl boots. I'm wearing some right now, and I ordered them.
Can I stop you real quick? And I
What?
was gonna say this. All of our shoe game is on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
All of
kidding.
I don't know if the
Yeah.
camera goes up, but I got my Air Force Ones, my Spider-Man. These guys got some nice sharp loafers on. She's got the cowboy boots. This is I was gonna say
Cowgirl boots.
cowgirl boots. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Hopefully one day our president does have a ball sack. But I was thinking that earlier, and I was gonna say it. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I had to go out there with that.
It's all about those shoes. No, so I was like really excited. I'm like, these shoes, they're gonna arrive on Valentine's Day, and I'm so excited to wear my new boots in Colorado. I'm so cool. And I sent them to Michigan. So I was like, oh shit, what do I do? So I called my friend, one of my best friends from college. I'm like, hey, I shipped these to the place I lived at in college. It's like a block from your house. Can you please go get them and bring them when you come visit in like 2 weeks or something?
Really?
And so I called Carrie, and she's like, what? And she's like, that's a country song if I ever heard one. And I thought, okay.
So
that's
there
how
we
the
go.
song was.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
And yeah, and if I stop abruptly, it's because that's what sometimes happens. So. I bought some new shit kickers, but they ended up in Michigan. I didn't get to wear them on Valentine's Day. This is why I pray not everything goes my way. So I guess I'll wear my old one, run around in the sun, Colorado moving, super chill grooving. This is the cowgirl's way, ride in the saddle and then just sway. So while I play music in this little room, and people getting older, and some are out of tune. No, this is the cowgirl's way, ride in the saddle and then just sway.
Thank you, Nancy. Did I hear a little Frere Jacques in there? I thought I heard that song, Frere Jacques.
Probably. I feel like all my songs are children's songs somewhere.
I felt like I heard that in there. So Nancy, I'm not sure. Do you have any gigs coming? Are you playing out anywhere?
I haven't been playing out lately because I've been making a lot of life changes, and then I've been teaching a lot. I actually have 6 piano students in Denver. I am trying to get the kids to make acoustic music, make it cool again,
Yeah.
And so been really doing that a lot. I have been going through all of my half-written songs and trying to work through how to end them. There's only a few that I've been able to. I did that Flint song. I actually made a music video and did that, and it was just really, I'm trying to feel inspired or motivated that making music about making the world better matters or something, working through that kind of.
Where can you see that video? That video is out there. I've seen it a bunch of times, but I just don't. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah,
I've seen you share it on Facebook.
I think, yeah, YouTube, Nancy Loves You 7 or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. But
I bet you if you looked up Nancy Loves You, Flint, Michigan.
yeah,
if you
Key of
Google that,
Mistakes is the song. But I wrote that song, and I was trying to think about injustices in the U.S. and everything that you can even think of in poetic justice, or whatever. And I haven't really been really inspired to write something new since that. I
Yeah.
felt really sad, and I felt like, why bother? Negative Nancy. So,
Oh, really?
So,
You should
I don't know.
always-
So I've been teaching the kids, though, and that helps each time that happens.
You should always bother. I think I said it last time. David Crosby from Crosby, Stills and Nash. He says the only thing you have to be a good singer is to have something to say.
Mhm.
I wish I have a lot to say, but I'm not a good singer. But you have something to say, Nancy. Your voice needs to be heard. So I think that you should keep writing more songs.
I think I'm going to start doing, sit down and do it. 10 minutes.
You have to.
Force, until it becomes easier.
Yeah.
And then I'll play out more.
Yeah.
Or, maybe one of these days I won't hide my piano at my house and I'll bring it and then I don't have an
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
This is kind of hard to carry around.
Right.
Just a little bit.
So Nancy, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Thank you all very much. I have a couple last little things here. Let's see. Do we know who Jamie Lynn Paples is?
Yeah, that's my friend Jamie.
Jamie says, "Yay, Nancy." Goodnight Freeman would like to know, what is the universe made of? I'll let Nancy take this one.
Black holes.
Okay, I guess that was the quick answer. I thought I'd get my whole shot down, but that was it. Black holes. Alex Stone, way better than my drunken DJ set. Well, thank you, Alex Stone. Who else? Alex Stone is talking with Austin. Austin Schrader, by the way, is in the house. He's behind the scenes. That's Mess Lab MFG. He does the production on this. As always, my lovely girlfriend Christiana, who makes all this happen. A couple quick things, besides the fact that you can't find me on Facebook anymore. So I have to tell you right now, if you're watching. March 14th, my full band, the full 4-piece rock and roll band, will be playing a industry St. Patrick's Day party. This year, St. Patrick's Day falls on a Friday, so if you are out there and you work in the bar and restaurant business and you're going to be working on Friday, come down to Lion's Lair on Colfax, across from Illegal Pete's. I believe it is Colfax and Race is the name of the corner right there. Come down on March 14th. It's me, Jamie Hayner, who I just played with the other night, who's a great local singer-songwriter. He was on the first episode of Denver in the Round. He'll be playing, and a guy named Samuel Barker, I believe it is, I apologize, it's either Brightwire or Livewire. I think it's Brightwire. They are...
It is Brightwire.
It is Brightwire?
Yeah.
You just, I have it up
I
there.
just cheated.
Perfect, you cheated. We have the sign up back there. But yeah, they're from Texas, and they're going to be coming through, and I'm gonna get drunk and do something stupid, I'm sure. If anybody knows, I've been sick lately. I had some issues, and I'm on blood thinners now, which my girlfriend thinks that's why I've always been able to drink more than other people, is because my blood is too thick, so I can handle it. So, like I say, I gotta take my medicine. Jim Beam, we try to tell you every week, we're going to keep going over our allotted time until you start sponsoring us, and then we will keep doing our show. But Jim Beam, please send me some money. I'm going to play a song. And you've all inspired me tonight. I wasn't sure. I never know what I'm going to play or what I want to play or before I come into a show with you guys. And you all inspired me for many reasons. You inspired me to play this song because you played your Doot Doot song. And you inspired me to play this because you talked about your girlfriend not helping you creatively, and my girlfriend has helped me immensely creatively. And you remind me of this song because we're talking about how we write songs and where they come from, and how you get inspired to write the songs and then sit down and write them. And this is a song that is inspired by my girlfriend, and I wrote it. It was one of those songs that, she said something to me one day, and it was in my head, and I kept just thinking about it, and she had said to me, we were talking about previous relationships, and we're talking about the things that you bring into a new relationship, the baggage, right? We all have exes and whatnot. And one night after, go figure, drinking, the next morning she said to me, after we kind of had maybe a little bit of an argument, she said to me, I didn't mean, we're not trying to fight, but she goes, it feels like sometimes, because of my past relationships and things, she goes, it feels like you could be throwing a rubber ball at me, but it might as well be a grenade, it might as well be a hand grenade. Like, even though you just think you're tossing a ball, for me it's like catching a grenade. And I changed that. I kept thinking about that, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And her email is Chick Daisy. I won't give the rest of the email out there because I know there's lots of fans of hers out there. So I don't want them trying to get in touch with her. But it's Chick Daisy, so I changed the idea to throwing daisies and catching hand grenades.
Did you play this at Goosetown?
I may have.
I think
Did I make you yell hey? Did I ask you to
I
yell
think
hey?
so.
I don't know.
I'll find out in a second.
But yeah, I wrote this song. It was inspired by that idea and inspired by, you know, all the crappy guys out there who have fucked up all the women out there. And so for us good guys, we're, you know, this is a song about us trying to be better, you know. But I need your help to sing this song. And when I play this song live, usually, not always, but usually I tell people the better you help me sing this, the better. Christiana's mother, Aaron, if you're watching, cover your ears right now. But usually the better you help me play this, the better my evening's going to be. I'll just leave it at that. I won't give you the full story. So what I need everybody here to yell, hey. I need y'all to yell, hey! Okay, we're gonna annoy my neighbors, see if we can get the cops to show back up. When everybody arrived tonight, we had cops at our front door. They weren't here for us, but so I just want to make sure we don't have any last questions before I get into this. Guys, thank you all very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Make sure to check them all out. Nancy Finney, Chase Kinter, Clayton Wyatt. Look them up, find them. But so I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, but I need you all to yell hey for me to make my night good. 2, 3, 4, hey! Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. 2, 3, 4, hey! Hey, hey. I'm scaring the shit out of my dog. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, hey! Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey! Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey! Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. I know I'm not always right, in fact, quite often I'm wrong. Cut my nose off just for spite, and my nights are rather long. I can drink away a day, I can smoke away the week. Well, you know I made mistakes, but still you're standing here by me. Now my armor starts to rust, and I know you've been betrayed. Seen loved ones hurt and lost, and lifelong dreams decay. Well, my head's tightly wound, and your mind already made. Just keep on throwing daisies while you're catching hand grenades. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. You are catching hand grenades. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. You are catching hand grenades. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Well, I'm sorry about those other ones, the fools that came before. So sad, so many father sons, they don't get taught right from wrong. Well, I promise to take care of you, and on that I give my word. Through thick and thin, we'll always win together in this world. Now my armor starts to rust, and I know you've been betrayed. Seen loved ones hurt and lost, and lifelong dreams decay. Well, my head's tightly wound, and your mind already made. I just keep on throwing daisies while you're catching hand grenades. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. You are catching hand grenades. Do, do. Do, do. You are catching hand grenades. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. That's where I say, this is where I talk to my girlfriend. Will you taught me how to trust again? I'll protect you till the very end. Well, I swear I'll never put no one above you. And it don't matter where we've been and who knows what is coming next, but I'm sure of one thing, that I love you. So come on, baby, let's get away. Let's hop in that car and go. Let's turn the windows down, crank up the radio. Well, I'm sick of love that pays day to day and living week to week. Now my heart's laid out and yours to take, 'cause I want to help you to see. You don't get the love you want, you get the love you give. You don't get the life you love, girl, you get the life you live. Well, now I've done all I can do and said all there is to say. Just keep on throwing daisies while you're catching hand grenades. Hey, 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 hey. You are catching hand grenades. Hey, 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 hey. You are catching hand grenades. Hey, 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 hey. 1, 2. I know I'm not always right. In fact, quite often I'm wrong. Cut my nose off just for spite, and my nights are rather long. I can drink away a day, I can smoke away the week. Well, you know I made mistakes, but still you're standing here by me. Now my armor starts to rust, and I know you've been betrayed. Seen loved ones turning lost, and lifelong dreams decay. Well, my head's tightly wound, and your mind already made. Just keep on throwing daisies while you're catching hand grenades. Hey, 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 hey. You are catching hand grenades. Hey, 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 you are catching hand grenades. Hey, 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 hey. Now I need your help. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, 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 hey. 2, 3, 4. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. 2, 3, 4, hey!
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, thank you all for coming out. Don't forget to check out everybody's stuff. One more plug for me, March 14th, Lions Lair. Be there, please. Thanks for coming out. Next 2 weeks from now, we have Trav and Johnny from the Fam, and we have Lopez coming through our first hip-hop show. So please come out. If you support local songwriters, please don't be that person who doesn't recognize all the work that the hip-hop artists are putting into what they're doing and their craft and the stories that they have to tell. It's not all Superboy Fly, Superboy or whatever that song is. There's some good hip-hop artists out there, and these guys are all really good hip-hop artists. I'm glad to have them as friends and have them on here. Again, thank you guys all for coming out. Come back next time and check us out. Everybody, thank you very much. I love you. Please take care of yourself and each other. We'll see you soon.